I mean, that's a given, right? That's like a
Yeah.
given thing. You have to actually turn on the ability to stream. I'm telling you, I quit. I am no longer offended or opposed or even condemning use of the word retarded. I think we should bring it back. It applies.
Broadcasting live from a hollowed out tree stump in the middle of no man's land. You've reached Married with Comedy with your host, James R. Freeman. They can't read that. And Jeff Onyx. So we're getting it on. That's where it's at. There we go. We got the music. Yeah. Yeah. Not allowed to talk. Not allowed to talk. Don't touch me. Not allowed to talk. Hold on. Why is that not moving? Not allowed to talk. Alright, there you go. That's the opening. I'm going to take the headphones off because I know what I sound like. So, Jay got tooth pulled. So this whole show, I planned that he wasn't going to be here, and he showed up anyway. So I decided I'm going to tell him that he has to follow along with everything I do. And hi, Kawina. He's not allowed to do none of that talking. None of it. Kawina said hi. Oh, I forgot to cross promote. Cross promote. Oh. I don't know if it's going to actually do it now. But that's what's up. So yeah, we're doing a show. We're in the middle of doing a show. Yeah. I don't even think we're on Comedy Vets right now. You know what I'm saying, G? You are allowed to talk. Just you're not allowed to come up with any new ideas or anything. You are creatively unlicensed right now. No creative license for you. Let's see. See? The internet's going. Yeah. See where it goes red like that? That means that the internet, there's something wrong. Like it's going slow or something. But we're recording this, so that's good. Yeah, that's what's up. Why is it that this other stuff doesn't load, though? That's what I don't get. You know what I'm saying, G? This other stuff ain't loading. It's like this thing is messed up. Whatever, I can see people talking on there. I don't need both of these open. I don't need both these open. You know what I'm saying, Holmes? That's what I'm saying, homeboy. You just peel off paper? Yeah, it is really irritating, you know what I'm saying? At least Kirk Cameron's online right now. That's good to know. Kirk Cameron's online. You posting something on there? Hi, Kawina, what's up? Kawina said hi. Yeah, you said hi to Kawina? With your broken English? You're eating food? You're drinking. Man, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm going to go ahead and go into Comedy Vets, and tell everybody in Comedy Vets that they have to listen on KC Comedy because it didn't cross post. So in today's show, in the first half of the show, the first hour, we're going to do This Week in Comedy History. Oh my gosh. Man. This Week in Comedy History, we are going to be doing the thrift store thing. Thrift. And then we're going to do the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week. And then we're going to do, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, pathetic pet of the week is already on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Why is there so many of them? Conjecture of fact we're gonna be doing. Woke this week we're gonna be doing. Ghetto chef. It's on there. Whatever. So we're gonna be doing that stuff. That's what we're gonna be doing today on today's show. So are you? Yeah. You're doing all that stuff? He's writing down everything. I don't know what his problem is. He's acting like he can't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Barb. What's up? I'm gonna... I'm sorry. I'm taking a moment to post on Comedy Vets because for some reason it didn't cross post like it's supposed to. Look what I'm talking about. Look how long it's taking. Look how long it's taking. I'm not gonna use this. Screw that. Forget that. That's stupid. Whatever. I'm gonna use my phone. Hey, look how dark it got. When I shut off that thing. Look how dark it is. Man, it's so dark. So we're going to be doing This Week in Comedy History. Let's start off This Week in Comedy History. Here we go. This Week in Comedy History. By the way, if you're talking to us while we're doing the This Week in Comedy History, I can't see you. All right, here we go. This Week in Comedy History. Boom. There's you. There's me. What'd you do? This Week in Comedy History, we got... I changed the lighting so much now. Oh, I also, look, I applied a filter.
Yeah, bro.
To make the colors better. Can you see the filter? Ka-filter fish? I put a ka-filter fish in there. Okay. April 26, 1962, Deborah Wilson was born, known best for her time as a cast member on Mad TV. You might not know she got her start on the Apollo Comedy Hour. Apollo Comedy Hour. It's showtime at the Potato. So what do we got next? Oh, April 27th, 1939. Judy Carn was born. She died September 3rd, 2015. Best known as a cast member on Sock It To Me. Rowan and Martin Sock It To Me. And Rowan and Martin Laugh In. Sock It To Me and Laugh In.
Okay.
Rowan and Martin. You might not know she was married to Burt Reynolds from 1963 to 1965. She was actually married to Burt Reynolds.
He was married a lot, wasn't he? Burt.
Burt was married a lot, yeah.
He's married to Lonnie.
Yeah.
He's married to Sally.
Yeah.
He's married to, what's her name?
Judy.
Again, one more time?
Judy.
Judy. He's also married to Judy. Is that the only ones?
No, I
don't know.
April 28, 1950, Jay Leno was born.
2 days after his chin.
Best known for his stand-up comedy and his time hosting The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. You might not know.
He's a car freak.
That he earned a bachelor's degree in speech therapy from Emerson College, so he could help you.
Because he had a stutter.
No, but
because they say most shrinks become shrinks
that's
because they're fucked up. See, this is why I don't talk.
April 29th, 1952, Nora Dunn was born. Best known for her time as a cast member on SNL. You might not know that
played the straight character.
This person right here is a huge fan of the Chicago Bears and the Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks. Hey, are you a fan of the Chicago Blackhawks?
And yet she married me.
Chicago Blackhawks.
I'd rather be black on the outside.
April 30th, 1926.
Especially nowadays.
Cloris Leachman was born and she died January 27, 2021.
Oh, wow.
Best known for her time on Glee. That's where most people know her from, is Glee. She was the
bull hockey.
She was the bull dyke looking coach on Glee.
That was Jane Lynch.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, who was this chick? Where's she from?
Like 100 different movies.
Okay, so this
TV shows.
This chick wasn't on Glee.
Cloris Leachman.
I don't know who this chick is. What's she known for? Oh my gosh.
See, check one of her older pictures, because that's just a younger picture of her. That's why you don't recognize it. I don't know why they put that picture up there. She's 94 years old, bro.
90. Well, she died then.
But she was an actress and a comedian. She was in
Mel Brooks' History of the World. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What she would have been.
She was on Lassie?
Best known for. She was in Laughing. That's Facts of Life.
Oh, this chick. Oh,
yes.
Now I get
See
it.
The
okay.
Nose?
So that chick. Okay.
That weird lip.
Okay, so this chick was best known for other things, not Glee. That was that other chick.
Mm-hmm.
But you might not know that. What did she say? She was in the 1946 Miss America pageant.
Mm.
She didn't win it though.
Win? No.
She didn't win it though.
It's because she was cracking jokes on her talent.
Yeah.
For her talent.
May 1st, 1918, Jack Parr was born.
Accept vagina jokes in Miss America.
And he died January 27, 2004. Jack Parr, best known for his time on Jack Parr, The Tonight Show with Jack Parr. So we got 2 Tonight Show people today on this episode.
Tonight,
yeah.
Because it is nighttime.
You might not know, as a child, he had a stutter. So he could have been helped by Jay Leno.
See, if only Jay.
Shit. May 2nd, 1907, Pinky Lee was born. He died April 3rd, 1993. Best known for his children's show, The Pinky Lee Show. But you might not know that he was an American burlesque comic. He started in burlesque comic stuff, and then
he used to wear like the tight fitting outfits and like dance around in high heels.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Can't do it, man. Can't watch that.
Yeah.
Wear that checkerboard hat and the bow tie.
Yeah. Checkerboard and the bow tie. Mm-hmm. So that's what's up with that. So do you have a thrift story? All right, look at that.
I do.
Look
have
at the
a
color.
Thrift story.
Look how cool our color looks.
I do have a thrift story. My mouth's starting to hurt. I got kicked out of my favorite thrift store for refusing to wear a mask.
Really?
Bastards.
I am gonna go in here and look for a message I sent myself.
Too. She was very mean. Very mean to me. And this was after the mayor said that we can relax. You know, that people should not be required to wear masks into establishments. And each establishment can make its own choice.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's great. I went into the thrift store, and the first lady was like, you have to wear a mask. I was like, technically, I don't have to wear a mask. The mayor said so.
Yeah, the mayor. And it wasn't Mayor McCheese either. It was a real mayor.
But yeah.
Did I just make you laugh and make you hurt?
No, my face hurts.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably broke it back open already. But, so she said something else. Well, I didn't hear anything about it. You're going to have to wear a mask. I said, well, why don't you go get your manager, and then I can tell her that the mayor said I don't wear a mask. And then I went to go shop. And she came over there, and she was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you talk. Just get out of my store.
Just leave.
I was like, what?
Make like a tree.
She's like, nope, I don't want to hear it.
And leave.
Just get out of my store. I was like, are you fucking serious? And then her face changed. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Her face changed. Like, fucking kidding me? Come on, people.
I'm supposed to
Listen.
Post. I'm supposed to post in Facebook.
If I want to get COVID, I can get COVID. I had a tooth pulled today. I am not wearing a mask. It is my choice to get COVID. And to be honest with you, it is my choice to share it with everyone.
I do not want to hear this.
It's ridiculous.
I did not want to do that.
Why? What happened?
All I want to do is...
the show
no, I just wanted to share it.
I'm going to talk while he says I can.
So. I just wanted to share it. Copy link. That's all I wanted to do. Because somebody needs to go into Comedy Bets and tell them that we're going to be on there.
I was told I would be playing the teller role today, so I was embracing it.
And I'm Penn Jillette, but I did gain some weight for the role. He lost weight though.
He cheated.
He cheated?
He cheated.
He cheated because he asked the Satan for help?
Right. Well, he used to have 4 kids, but now he's got 3.
Now he's got 3.
I know, that's only funny to, like, very few people. Anyway. So, yes, I got kicked out of the thrift store, and my poor wife, I feel bad for her.
You feel bad for your wife because you got kicked out?
No, because she wore a mask the whole time, and she had to leave with me. You know?
Yeah.
I feel bad for her for that, you know? Because they only kicked me out, but technically she's like, no, come on. Of course, I think she could tell that if she didn't usher me out, I was going to make a scene.
Yeah, you better usher me out. Like Usher. Who's that kid? Usher?
Usher.
Is he like a rap artist?
Yeah, like his name is really Usher Raymond, not Raymond Usher.
So, I went to the thrift store. And I'm not putting the lower third down there, so you know what's going on. So I went to the thrift store and I found Borne's. Here.
Oh, this is what you was telling me about earlier. Okay.
Top down. Let's see.
The French card game.
Borne's. The French card game. Okay, so Borne's is basically a card game where you try to get specific amount of miles before your opponent. Anyway, so I found that.
Not like Marble Mouse.
This one was like a few dollars. Right. No, this one was like 50 cents for the whole game.
Reparations.
And it has everything on there.
That's true reparations. Reparations on your
the original,
car.
The original car, or the original game had it in French and English. The newer version of it does not have it in French and English. It just has it in English.
So flat tire in French is crave, which is one word.
Creve.
No.
Creve. Creve.
Really?
Creve. Creve. Like crevice is like a crack. Creve means I've got a hole in my tire.
Creve means I have a crack.
Creve.
So that applies to tires and plumbers, apparently.
So this is one of my favorite games, Borne's, and I got the original and then the newer ones. And the newer ones.
That's the newer. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to stab you.
Never been opened.
That's pretty cool, man.
Never been open.
As du volant.
And I think Melissa bought me a pair also. So I have 3 pair of these. A pair that we use, which is at home. And then this set that we do not use. And this set that we don't use. Because this one's a classic one. This is like a old, dude. That one's like from the 60s, one, right? Bro. Yeah, that's the original.
And this one was made like in real nice shape.
This one was made like in the 60s.
This is cool. Check it. And okay, so you said you're trying to get to 100 miles, right? How come there's a card that has 100 on it?
I don't know if
you
you're
can just win the game right away or something.
I don't remember the rules.
Look, there's one that says 200.
I think you're supposed to try to get to 1,000 miles or some junk like that. I can't remember.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
I don't know how many miles you're supposed to get to. Yeah, see? Right here.
There's the rules.
There's the rules. Hey, man, don't mess up my cards.
Right.
You're not going to read it, are you?
Yeah, 1,000, yeah. The score, see?
We'll put it here so they can see it.
Each safety card played, all safeties played is 700.
I don't think they can read that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Okay. Cool. This looks interesting, man.
Game winner is the high score over 5,000 points. 5,000 points. It has the original score sheet from back in the day.
Oh, there it is, right there at the bottom.
Yeah. So that's one of my most favorite games ever, and
most favoritist.
And I was. Did you see that transition? Oh, see that transition? Oh. Yeah. Anyway, so that was one of my most favorite games in the world. Borne's.
All right, I'm gonna do my segment real quick.
Watch the leftovers.
Boom. Breakdown's done. Next.
So we're doing like doubling up on segments.
Is you like that?
There's like 8 or 9 segments today. There's like 10 segments.
All your segments, but I was bored.
The Outpost
sitting
Survival
here.
tip of the week this week is
I can get
mesh bags. A mesh bag you can get from the Dollar Tree for like $1.
Laundry bags or whatever.
Yeah, laundry bag. A mesh bag you can get a mesh bag real cheap at the Dollar Tree. You can get them a little bit better quality elsewhere. Uses in a survival situation for a bag like that would be foraging. When you're foraging for different foods, like berries and things, but it's the best use when foraging is foraging for mushrooms, because the mesh of the mushroom, or the mesh of the bag, allows the spores from the mushrooms to drop out and spread as you're carrying the mushrooms away. The mistake that a lot of mushroom hunters make is that they carry around plastic bags. They get the mushroom,
so
they put it in the plastic
spores
bag, and the spores can't spread. So then
Right.
they screw themselves over because they can't go.
Right, they
get
won't
any
have
more.
more even,
Yeah.
really, because if you do it that way, you would have. I never even thought about it. I've only been mushroom hunting a couple times.
So you put the mushrooms.
Once it wasn't for those kind of mushrooms, you know what I mean?
You put the mushrooms
So.
into a mesh bag, and when you're mushroom hunting, you can drop the spores as you're walking. Just normal walking. You don't even have to shake it, and spores will drop out. But the second use.
It says 1,000 miles. First player to lay down 1,000 miles of cards wins the game.
Yeah. So
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
So the new one must be updated.
Mm-hmm.
But
it says it takes 25 to 45 minutes to play.
There you go.
All right.
The second use for a mesh bag would be fishing. You could catch really small fish if you use those fine mesh bags. Literally, all you have to do, if you see a school of fish in the pond, you scoop them out. If you're starving to death and that's all you have, you can get the protein and the calories
or
from
if you're a smart fisherman,
use those as bait. But those small fish, when you catch them like that, you can eat them straight up like that. You don't even have to cook them. Little tiny ones like that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a guy, one of my bosses was a Chinese guy, that he had a fish tank, and he would scoop out the fish out of the fish tank and pour them into a cereal, in his Cheerios in the morning. He would have Cheerios in his fish in his Cheerios.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
You're kidding.
And he would eat them straight up like that. I thought it was weird, but I guess it's a cultural thing, either from China or that dude's weird family. It doesn't matter either way.
That might be the case.
And then the third awesome use for a mesh bag is as a bug net, or a bug, like a bug thing. You can put it over your face when you're sleeping to keep bugs out of your face. I hammock camp a lot, and most of my body's completely covered the entire time I'm sleeping. You know what part of my body's not covered most of the time?
Your face.
My face.
And your butt crack.
So I cover my face with a mesh bag so that I can.
You know what, Jeff? I kind of like this, man.
What?
Where, like, you set up the segments, and then I just saunter in here and comment on what you've prepared all week for.
For a guest. If we have a guest, they could sit way the hell back there.
Dude, this is awesome, man. You've done so much work, Jeff.
I'm just irritated with this whole camera setup.
Convince my father-in-law to donate his computer that he doesn't use.
This camera is blocked by the logo. So maybe I should move these logos, these ones down on the bottom, those logos, up to the top.
Gotcha. So they've blocked.
So instead of the logo being here, the logo would be up here where the microphone is.
I don't understand why you can't just move the mics up a little bit and angle them a little bit more towards our
Because
mouth.
They need to be where they are so that we can hear. And if I move them up and angle them down, they'll be too far away. This is the optimal distance for us to be able to hear.
Gotcha.
So, anyway, so yeah, bug net. I mean, use it as a bug net. Yeah. So that was the Outpost Survival Tip of the Week.
What if we put the webcam
Ghetto Chef
on the bottom?
Thrift store? What do you mean? Down there?
Mm-hmm.
No, man. Then it would be blocking, like you'd see the table and everything. You would see your legs and that. You'd see all that stuff. It's better where it is. And the camera's blocked. Who cares about the camera?
I love that, dude. That's so fun. I never even thought about it.
The camera's blocked.
The setup looks great.
the only
compared
time
to
you
what we
see the
started
camera,
with, dude. This is 10 times better.
the only
Jeff.
time you see the camera is
This
when
is
you
really
do this
great,
side.
bro.
See?
Huh?
The only time you see the camera
Yeah.
is right in front of you.
Yeah. That's all right though.
I don't give a damn
I don't
about
care
no
if it
camera.
blocks my face.
Yeah, I'll put a logo right in front of your face if you don't shut up.
It's fine. I deserve it.
Eek.
Apparently, it's my day.
It's your day. It's your destiny.
I've been feeling good since
You know what I
the guy
forgot?
took 10 seconds pulling my tooth out, bro.
I forgot
to tell you the story sometime.
I forgot to find a pathetic pet of the week.
You don't have a pathetic pet of the week?
No. I mean, while you're talking later, if you want, I can find one real quick.
Yeah, well, we can put Marvella up for adoption. Where's my phone?
Thrift store.
See how much we can get out
Dude,
of
pathetic
Bella.
pet of the week this week are all my father-in-law's
Just kidding,
pets that pee everywhere. All those cats pee everywhere. It's like they have no idea. You put your shirt down. Let's say you put your shirt down on a table, okay?
I have to button my
Cat
button.
jumps up on the table, walks over to it, and pisses on your shirt.
Huh?
Why?
What?
Why? Yeah, the cat, if you put your hat down, the cat will walk over to your hat and piss on it.
You know what might cure that?
A bullet?
No, throw something on the ground, unzip, and wait for that little sumbitch to come over there. And when he comes over there, then you pee on him.
It's a she, and guess what's,
She.
guess
Well,
what's
how
happening?
You like that?
Guess what's happening? Not this coming up Monday, but the following
It's
Monday.
called dominance, baby.
That cat is getting fixed.
Like fixed?
No, she's gonna get she's gonna spade. And
fixed.
here's the thing: if we get her spayed, and it doesn't
Oh,
stop her
that's
from
more like
if it doesn't stop her from peeing in the house, then we kick her outside, and she won't be able to get pregnant. To perpetuate the breed.
Yeah, you don't want that one breeding.
Yeah, you don't want that one breeding.
one's a piece
That
of
one
work.
will teach some stuff.
Although I will say we had a crazy pit bull next door to us, and she had some pretty great pups. She was dangerous forever.
We are blazing through these segments a little too fast.
Are we?
I'm gonna have to slow it down, bro.
Why?
Slow it down.
You're the one that said you had all this stuff prepared.
It is
So
prepared, but
let's
the
go.
problem is that it's prepared. Look, I got pages and pages of stuff
Let's
prepared.
go.
Yeah, but we're only 27 minutes in, and I've already done 1, 2, 3 segments. Segments are not supposed to.
I
go
got
that
a solution. I'll do another segment.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong
Put
one.
it down there.
No, that's the wrong one. I had them in the wrong order.
Put it on the top down so people can see
Okay.
it. You ready?
420 is
420.
done. Next segment.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Conjecture or fact. On today's conjecture or fact, we've got
really?
the original.
Oh, let's have some fun with this one.
The original Swiss Army knife was not from Switzerland.
Nuh-uh.
The original Swiss Army knife. Oh well, I gotta tell them. Right here, I gotta.
Okay,
oh my
so
gosh.
Swiss Army knife is not the original multi-purpose tool.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
We're looking on
Because the
on a
Swiss
website.
Army knife is the original Swiss Army knife.
Well,
I mean,
Swiss Army knife, the original multi-tool for.
but the Swiss Army adopted from this tool.
Well,
Whatever
I don't
use.
even know if they knew this existed because this was a
They
recent
probably
find.
did.
This is the original Swiss Army type multi-tool. Has a spoon, a fork, a pick for like a tooth thing. I guess it's for nails, whatever. Doesn't that look like it'd be a toothpick?
Trying to be funny. Excuse me, you trying to be funny?
The modern Swiss Army knife didn't make its debut until the 19th century, revolutionizing convenient tools on the go. But as so many other things, the ancient Romans did not do it. The ancient Romans did it
3rd
first.
century AD, huh?
Meet the so-called what?
Well, that
Why do
toothpick could just as easily be
Why
a
do I
weapon.
hear my voice?
Whoa, I hear an echo.
I hear an echo too.
What is that?
Why is there an echo? Do I hear an echo? It's not even in us.
I almost said, why is there an echo?
Why is there an echo?
Why is there an echo?
Echo.
Echo.
Why is there an echo? Oh, that's why.
Why,
this?
What'd you do?
This is why there's an echo.
Because we can hear. Are we that loud?
Here, you gonna hear it?
Hello?
This is why there's an echo.
Hello.
So the Swiss Army knife did make its
Gotcha.
debut. Romans did it first, the so-called multi-tool, a handy fold-up device that contained a mini knife, a spatula, a fork, a toothpick, and a spike. Crafted in
Ooh,
the
that
3rd century AD,
it
the
is a spike.
the tool could be toted around by a Roman soldier in his pocket. It's right here. It's this one.
I was unraveling it
Oh.
from the other one.
Uh,
Give myself some. Yeah, it
in
could
his
be toted
pocket
around by the Roman soldier.
while he's trekking through dangerous territory. The most elaborate example of this current
See?
housed in the Fitzwilliam Museum in England. Museum publicly announced about this. It's a find spot is a piece was found
It's
in the
found in the
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean.
And
Sounds about right.
in 1988 article on the find, the classic David Sherlock noted, I've not been able to find out anything about this provenance prior to 1980 when it was acquired by a dealer in Switzerland. So they don't even know where it came from prior to 1980. Who knows? It might be a hoax.
And there's been a lot of those, so.
The tiny gadget is made of iron and silver, expensive materials that turn this from
What the heck is that?
Those are ads. I'm on somebody's website, bro. I'm an Ancient Origins website.
Did you see what it said?
What?
Find the right credit card for our vacation.
No, we don't want
What?
Animals in the Ancient World. Free ebook. Anyway, so there's a picture of the device with the spoon folded out, flipped over. And then I don't want to see that.
You better turn it off because it'll have me all day.
It would have been proven. It would have proven particularly useful for a Roman soldier, whether schlepping. I'm sure Roman soldiers use the word schlepping through enemy territory or setting up camp. Soldiers had a lot on their backs.
Schlepping.
Schlepping. Yeah.
That has some
a military kit. Huh?
Mediterranean tones to it.
Nah,
that word. Schlepping. Just not Rome.
Yeah.
More a different area.
Yeah. Military kit, including supplies, armor, weapons, was extraordinarily heavy for your average Joe, averaging from 30 to 100 pounds, perhaps averaging around 60 pounds, although
they were Marines.
Whether a regular foot soldier could have afforded such a thing or would have owned this type of luxury item is up for debate. Regardless of the owner's actual status, a soldier didn't have much room for a spare knick-knack in his pack, or
Sarcina,
whatever, Roman marching pack. So something combining the most essential tools or instruments would surely have been most welcome. And here is a picture of the casting if they wanted to pour it. Details of that's a marching pack from the cast of the Trajan? That's supposed to be Trajan? Trajan column in the Victorian and Albert Museum. So they're saying that is what the pack would hold? All that stuff?
I guess. That's what it sounds like to me. It's a cast, so it's...
So the fork, spoon, and knife are pretty self-explanatory, though the fork was very rare utensil for the Romans to use, but what about the spike and the spatula? What could they be used for?
Food.
Turns out that those two were probably connected to food. The spike might have been employed to pry meat of snails,
Sherlock.
modeled after spoons with poultry handles.
Pointy handles
that serve the same purpose.
Sherlock observed that it would not be strong enough for prizing open oysters. I'm guessing prying open oysters.
I don't know. Maybe that's one of those schlepping words. The spatula looks a bit different from the pancake-like flipper American readers might imagine. Instead, Roman spatulas were flat, elongated pieces of metal attached to long handles, which soldiers would use to treat a wound. Treat a wound, really? Get a cork or a bottle top off a tricky to open bottle. Really?
So you heat up the spatula and I guess because
Yes.
it's from a blade, right? It wouldn't be a gunshot or something. So
Perhaps it was used for scooping paste or seasoning out of a small narrow neck bottle, or cleaning teeth after chowing
all
down
the above, and probably
a to-go
more.
meal while on the march. And there's another picture of it sort of open.
So the original Swiss Army knife had a spork.
So this would be a spoon. That would be the fork part.
Mm-hmm.
This down here would be like the thing to get snails out. That's what they're saying. I would imagine that's probably a thing to get things out of their finger, maybe to clean their fingernails. I would use that for cleaning my fingernails. This is a toothpick, and this would probably be used to, I don't know what that'd be used.
Sounds great. I'd love to.
Aristotle,
I bet they're worth a fortune.
Appears to mention something
analogous
in his Politics, quipping that nature makes nothing in an economized spirit, as smiths make the Delphic knife. But one thing with a view to one thing? What? But one thing with a view to one thing. That doesn't make no damn sense.
All right, hang on. Quipping that nature makes nothing in an economizing spirit.
But one thing with a view to one thing. Here he means,
it's in quotations.
Well, here he means that nature designs everything for a single purpose. It contains, in contrast, those who make Delphic knives, which combines a lot of singular purpose items into one multifunctional masterpiece. Okay, whatever. If that's what Aristotle meant. Chick, I don't know who wrote this. Carly Silver.
Use your spell check, please.
Sister, use your spell check. Write stuff better, and don't assume you know what Aristotle would do. Aristotle was like, up there. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
He knew what was up.
Aristotle does appear to mention.
She don't know what Aristotle mentioned. She ain't got no clue. That chick's just making stuff up now. Making stuff up. So we're supposed to do Woke this week, Pathetic Pet of the Week, Ghetto Chef, Taking Out the Trash, and then our close. And we are only 37 minutes in.
All right, let me do another segment.
Well, you take a few minutes to do your segment because I'm going to look something up.
Here you go, top down.
Top down? Top down.
All right, cool.
All right.
My segment's done.
Yeah.
Prison rules done in the books.
Here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add something. While you guys are sitting there watching, I'm gonna add something.
All right. Well, great. I'm gonna tell you what. They warned me that a lot of talking might be bad for me. I think
Who warned
right.
you? Who's warning you?
The dental people.
Because
of course I'm in there cracking jokes, and they're like, "Hey, you're pretty funny." And I was like, "I know. That's why I'm a comedian."
Look at this.
You're a comedian? Yeah, I have a radio show. Me and a buddy of mine.
What a comedian. What's up, Joker? You're such a joker. You know what else I'm going to do?
I'm so stoked about that. I mean, it feels like everything came full circle there, Jeff.
You think so?
Yeah. That's where we started, bro. DiCarlo's.
Watch this. Oh, not that one.
And if it wasn't for that fat Samoan dude who was trying to show off for that chick who was actually interested in his friend.
DiCarlo's. DiCarlo's is going to be hopefully one of our sponsors. They said they probably will. Yeah, they want to. I just got to meet with Mary Kay. DiCarlo, So DeCarlo's makes DeCarlo's chunky salsa and mild.
So right now they're not a sponsor.
Technically
We're
not.
promoting their product.
You know, I'm
for
wondering.
Them. That's real nice.
Yeah, I'm wondering if each of these products has like, so chunky salsa has mild, but I wonder if it's mild and hot. And then the salsa and the other one. So you got chunky salsa, regular salsa. If the regular salsa would also be mild and hot, and then the taco sauce is mild, but if it's mild and hot also, and the, what is it, marinara, Mexican marinara,
Yeah.
if that would be also 2 flavors.
You know, I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Whenever I talk to Mary Kay, which of those would you prefer the most? I'm probably gonna say chunky salsa.
I probably won't eat any of it.
What?
Onions.
More for me. Are you gonna want chunky salsa?
Sure.
Chunky salsa.
Might as well make it good. It'll be about 3 days. She's gonna smell like onions. I won't go nowhere near.
So can you hear an echo when we're talking?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear the echo? That's because we're doing the what you hear thing. It's like what you hear is what we're saying.
I don't know what that means. But aren't you glad I'm doing my segments instead of not doing them?
Yeah, you're doing your segments really well.
I like it. This is great.
You're doing your segments really well, and I'm going to do my segment right now whilst I am also looking for something. So, woke this week.
That's so cool.
What is cool?
The setup. Because that's...
if this thing was working correctly, then the whole thing would be good. But that's not working right. This tablet is messed up.
That's too bad.
I don't know what's wrong with that tablet.
I don't know if I can get a tablet for you or not.
Okay.
I've got one, but it doesn't have a battery.
Oh. Let's do this one whenever we do it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Or this one. Which one?
No, I like Audra.
Okay. So that's going to be our pathetic pet of the week when we get around to it. So there, I picked it. So, woke this week. For those of you who, oh man, I went to the wrong website.
You did, because you're doing Pet Finder.
No, I know, but I was supposed to be doing the Pet Finder in here.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the Pet Finder so I couldn't see my chat. And I gotta go back to my chat thing. Well, that's irritating.
I get you.
You don't get nothing.
I do.
You don't get it.
I do.
Get it.
I get it.
Well, nobody's talking to us anyway.
I'm the same way with words you are with technology.
Nobody cares.
No, just me and you. That's okay, though. I've got to do something, man. I can't keep listening to this shit, though.
Yeah, don't listen to that. All right, so woke this week. So the Oscars were in Los Angeles recently. I don't know if you heard about that. The Oscars were in Los Angeles. And the people in Los Angeles were so woke that they canceled homelessness. They decided to gather up all the homeless people that were there where the Oscars were taking place, and they got rid of them. They just took them out of the LA County, took them somewhere else.
Oh gosh, they didn't get them home.
They cleared them. They cleared them out.
Got them out of there for the
allegedly.
And with all the money they spent just on the gala, they could have provided those people with a home for what, a year?
Someone said Glenn Close looks really young and vibrant.
Glenn Close never
She's eating
looks
babies.
Young and vibrant.
She's eating babies.
Even when she was young.
Okay.
She. They named that Glenn for a reason, you know what I mean? Close to being a woman, but not quite.
So, an incident went down in a Holiday Inn. There was a gentleman at the Holiday Inn, and what's being reported in the news was that a racist white guy who worked at Holiday Inn had a tizzy fit because he had to serve a black customer, and the black customer, the guy didn't like the guy didn't like serving a black customer, so he had a tizzy fit and decided to quit.
What?
When in reality, what was going on was the black guy, who was the customer, was harassing the guy behind the counter because there was a computer glitch, a computer mix-up in the guy's reservation. So the guy decided to start messing with the kid behind the counter and then started filming him. The kid behind the counter, he turns out he was paranoid schizophrenic and was having a schizophrenic episode at the time. And the kid was gay, and the black guy decided to call him a fag, which made him lose his shit. So he started punching himself in the head as hard as he could with his fist, then grabbed the monitor and started slamming his head into the monitor, breaking the monitor, slammed the monitor down, and it said, "I can't deal with this, I'm leaving," and walked out. So the customer filmed that and streamed it on the internet and got millions of views, and it went viral. Racist kid at Holiday Inn. That's what they're calling him, a racist kid at Holiday Inn. When in reality, he was a disturbed kid who was having a bad day, who was being harassed by this customer because of a computer mix-up that the kid had nothing to do with. And then on top of it, when the kid was having a paranoid schizophrenic, panic attack, called him a fag.
That is worse than what I thought you were going to say, because I waited tables for years, right?
Yeah.
And there was this one place I worked called Flanagan's down in South Florida. It's different than the Flanagan's we had here.
Yeah, I've heard of
This is a
Flanagan's.
completely different place. They were connected to Big Daddy's Liquors. It's a long story, but the Big Daddy contest is the Hemingway contest.
The Hemingway contest.
And this guy won it. The Hemingway lookalike contest, right?
Okay.
So on Saturday nights, I don't know, there was like an inside joke with all the waitresses. On Saturdays, things get dark. And what that meant was a bunch of black folks came in, and they don't tip very well usually, right? Well, part of that is the culture.
That
right?
group, yeah.
Well, it's just the culture, because I grew up in a bad neighborhood, and where I come from, you didn't freaking tip people. You didn't have that kind of money,
you
bro.
You got your.
That's just the way it is.
You got your $7.50 an hour.
You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, but so a lot of people would get frustrated, but for me, I realized the numbers game early on, and for me, I didn't care, and I usually gave black folks, white folks, and oh my gosh, do we have a lot of Cuban people in South Florida? And Cuban folks, the same kind of service, because you never know.
Yeah.
I had a brother sitting at one of my tables, and he was wearing a Derek Thomas jersey.
No idea.
Derek Thomas was a linebacker for the Chiefs, Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Okay, and he died going to St. Louis, I believe it was, for the Super Bowl. I believe that's what it was.
Oh, here we are on
He was
that.
driving, and it slid off the road, and he died, right? Well, this guy was sitting at one of my tables wearing a Derek Thomas jersey. And I swear to you, I was looking up at the TV, and I'll be damned if they didn't say that Derek Thomas had just died.
Oh.
And what would be the odds that a Kansas City boy would be waiting at a table where the guy had a Derek Thomas jersey on when they were talking about Derek Thomas dying on the television?
Oh.
And I remember that guy left me $100 because he and I had shed a couple of tears there, like, oh my God, is this real?
Huh.
We were in South Florida, so we didn't know anything. Both of us.
Did
So
you shed
probably
a tear?
the only two Kansas City Chiefs fans in all of South Florida. And we
Did
were
you
in
shed
the
a tear?
same building. Oh man, I was very sad. Very sad that day.
Let me see.
Very sad. He was
Did you get emotionally upset like I did when I learned that Dio died?
You're shitting me.
Yeah, Dio.
Ronnie James Dio died.
He died like a year ago.
Oh man, I quit. This is it.
Maybe a
I
long
don't want
longer
to
than
talk
that.
anymore. All the good celebrities are dying, and all the baby eaters are just doing what they do. It's just,
Which is funny because you're not referring to Ronnie James Dio as a baby eater. Lori was saying that
probably was.
you sounded
You
muffled.
probably have to now.
Lori said you sounded muffled
Now or
earlier.
through the whole show, or
I don't know. I don't
you
know if he
realize
sounds
I got a
muffled.
wad of gauze.
Gauze.
Uh,
Lady Gaza.
er,
Gauze. Lady Gaza. Okay,
in my
we got
tooth there
more. We got more
to
woke
keep
this
it
week.
moist while I'm talking.
Woke this week. You ready?
I'm ready, bro. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm half in the bag on these Vicodin.
So, a lot of Democrat-ran states, they basically were so woke that a bunch of people decided to move to Republican states. Florida, Texas, and North Carolina had so many people move to them recently.
I love how they call it a Republican state too.
The Census Bureau, well, primarily,
it's run by primarily Republicans that were voted in, but now that we know the system doesn't really work,
point being,
who knows?
The Census Bureau redid it, and now Florida gained one seat.
All that stuff's being redone. Yep.
Texas gained 2 seats.
Yep.
And North Carolina gained 1 seat.
Isn't that weird?
Well, I'm saying I think it's funny because, people are like,
you think
hey,
they made a deal, the Republicans and the Democrats? Because no one's crying foul, and everyone should know about the scam because everyone uses some form of it. Right?
What? The census thing?
The best cheater wins. Not in the census. I mean in the voting. The best cheater wins, bro. I mean, think about the Bush-Gore thing. That thing, I've been thinking about it more and more and more since all this went down. You know? And I think they set a lot of precedents back then that didn't even come to fruition until 2020. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, fruition. Here's what I think is weird.
And it was like 8 years for everything. 8 years for Democrat, 8 years for Republican. 8 years for Democrat, and you're like, okay, what happened after that?
We have like 3 segments left, and like an hour and 15 minutes to go.
All right.
So
let's do this. Here, you want me to do another segment? Here, let me do another segment.
Oh, wait, top down?
All right, this is my comedy horse segment. I do comedy. All right, that segment's done.
That's funny.
Oh, wait. Okay.
I talked to a potential sponsor today, so.
Did you really?
Yeah.
They're not Christian, are they? Because we just lost them.
First question was, you're okay with cussing, right?
I feel so bad because I don't have any problem with Christians or anything. I just cuss a lot.
I'm looking at that light now.
Personal.
I should have pointed it down more.
Yeah, it's distracting me terribly.
Is it?
Yes.
If you want to shut it off, there's the switch right up there.
Oh God, yes. Where? Right
that
here?
little, that block.
This?
Yep.
Boom. Oh, thank you. And if you are watching this and I just did something that you appreciate, you can go ahead and comment. Like my mom giving me the highest praise. She said that she raised a funny man.
She said that like 45 minutes ago.
I know, but that's great. I'm going to refer back to that. I'm going to take a picture of it so that she can never deny that it happened.
A screenshot.
Just kidding, Mom.
Okay.
Speaking of Christians.
Pathetic Pet of the Week. Our pathetic pet of the week is this little guy.
Audra.
Audra? Is that a guy? It's a female, a little girl.
It's got to be a chick.
Audra.
Yeah. I think they didn't realize how you spell Audrey. What do you think?
Yeah. Audra? Audrey?
Audra. I don't know, maybe. I mean, maybe it was somebody named Andre.
Audrey.
Tried to make a play on that.
Is a pit bull terrier mix in Plattsburgh, Missouri, like right down the street from where we are right now.
Yeah, she's very cute.
Oh, look, Beeman's hiring.
Great.
Playful and feisty with a short coat. Meet Audra. Audra is an 11-week-old pit bull mix. She was one of 9 puppies born in February, or February, if that's the way you want to say it, from Ma Bell, who is also a foster care, or also in foster care. Audra's mom was brought to us as a stray and pregnant. She is a small pit bull around 30 to 40 pounds. We think Audra might grow to be about the same size as her mom. Never, never trust anyone who says this dog is going to be this small forever. This dog is going to be this dog won't grow past whatever weight. They're lying. It's like potbelly pigs. This pig's just going to be tiny the whole time, and then it ends up being like an 800-pound pig. We have a dog that when we both got him, he looked like a little tiny chihuahua.
Yeah.
That dude ain't no little tiny chihuahua.
Yeah, but that is not the people who sold it to you's fault. They had no idea that thing had a tummy monster.
No, not that one. The other one, the brown one. The brown one. They said he's gonna
that
be
one got a tummy monster too.
little tiny. He's gonna be a little tiny.
His tummy monster sleeps a lot. That's the problem.
Yeah. So okay, so
Sorry.
she's gonna grow about the same size as her mom based on her growth so far. Audra
She's gonna be about a 40-pound
is
pit.
a fun and energetic puppy with lots of love to give. We prefer she is either an only dog or adopted to a family with a compatible male dog. Cats may be okay. She's curious about them, but can be easily deterred from them. Adopt Audra.
Okay, so that means do not adopt this dog if you have cats, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Because cats may be okay means you will always have to watch that dog out the side of your eye to make sure it's not eyeballing the cat.
This dog is at Reno Ranch in Plattsburgh, Missouri.
Once a pit gets a hold of it, there's not much a cat can do.
RenoRanch@gmail.com, or you can call 816-288-1600. That's 816-288-1600.
That's funny.
That's a callback to an old bit we used to do. I could still do that. Look.
I know you still have them, right?
Yeah, I still have them. So I can go. I'm going to go actually to this. Watch.
Airlines have just reduced their prices even more. Book 30 days in advance and save big.
You want them to see
Want
us?
the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets? Then call the Low Cost Airlines Travel Hotline right now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. The only way to access our low rates and save up to 70% is to call. Save hundreds on your vacation tickets by calling right now. You can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-515-2397. 800-515-2397. 800-515-2397. That's 800-515-2397.
And there it is.
And we have
555-2397. I don't think that's a real number though. It's that 555.
We have two.
I realized what I did there too. My bad, dude.
We only have 2 segments left.
I have 2 segments left, and we're an hour in.
See,
From now on,
even though I interrupt
we
you a
both
lot.
do our segments.
Yeah. Well, the whole point was you were not supposed to do a segment because you weren't going to be here, and I was going to rush through it so I get home quick.
Well, we can shut it down short. We can cut it short, man.
Cut it short.
Heck, we are. That's messed up.
That's messed up.
That's a circumcision joke.
Yeah. But I can do the Ghetto Chef thing.
No, I mean let's do our segments, and then we can get out of here whenever you're ready.
Like, so
man. My wife will love that.
Ghetto Chef and taking out the trash is what we have left.
That's it for real.
Yeah. And the
Yeah, because
closing.
we don't have comedy judo today either.
Yeah, well, we could if you wanted it. Because my lovely lady said she would send us a image, but she's dealing with issues. Her dad came home today. So.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag, that one.
Yeah.
I still think that you ought to be authorized to go punch that idiot in the face.
Who?
Whoever looked at his stuff to start with and didn't go, let me look at what happened before.
Yeah.
To decide if I know what's going on now.
So they scare you.
That person, you should be legally allowed to punch them in the face.
By the way, did you notice that I moved that wall
I
back?
said it.
Did you notice I moved the wall back?
I don't
I had to
care
put
if
a
he did
curtain
go
rod.
to school for
Look.
8 years and then interned for 2.
Look, I put a curtain
He's
rod
an
across.
idiot. I know, I saw that. Yeah.
So there's a
I
curtain
like that
rod there.
better. It slides easier. Yeah.
So whenever we go in and out of that, we're supposed to, but I'm afraid that Richie's going to knock it down.
Why?
Because he grabs his equipment right there, and he's going to be knocking the stuff down.
He's kind of like a bull in a china shop sometimes.
Yeah, he's like a
He's
Chinese
big guy,
bull.
man. Big
Yeah.
guy.
All right, so this week's Ghetto Chef is going to be sort of like one of the ones we've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Today's Ghetto Chef is ground beef. Here, let me do a top down. Ground beef. Ground beef. Now, we've done one with a can like that with pork, right? And we've done pork. We've done shredded beef,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think we did
chicken.
chicken.
Yeah, we definitely did chicken.
So this is the new one, ground beef. Okay, so if you're going to be cooking with this stuff, I guess you could eat it straight up like
you
that.
better be hungry.
You could
Oh.
mix it in with some noodles and some type of a gravy and make you some homemade hamburger helper. You can throw that into hamburger helper. It actually tastes exactly like ground beef.
It tastes exactly like ground beef.
It says it's real meat.
I was gonna say, does it say beef flavoring? No, beef and sea salt. See?
Beef and sea salt. So it actually is real beef.
That's well. I mean, you know.
Well, it may or may not be
If you
GMO
believe
beef.
the people at Keystone. But it says U.S. inspected and passed by Department of Agriculture.
The good thing about these things is you can keep them for a long time. So if you've got access to fresher food,
Check it, bro.
keep these cans.
Fully cooked, recipe ready, no preservatives, gluten free.
There you go.
Refrigerate
After opening.
after opening.
Me personally, if I open that thing, I'm gonna eat the whole thing, or I'm not gonna refrigerate it in that can.
No, probably not.
Yeah. But anyway, the reason I was saying keep some of those with you is that there's supposed to be a food shortage coming.
Yeah, I
They're
heard.
the oligarchs are planning or the technocrats are planning a famine.
Duh.
So just a heads up.
Well,
So,
listen, here's the deal, okay?
ground beef. What else would you put that in there?
Socialists have taken the helm,
Yeah.
okay? And if you don't believe that, all you got to do is look at the 62 executive orders. And I think I remember people losing their minds when President Trump did 2 on his first day.
Yeah.
Biden did that before he could even get his hand to move. You know what I mean? So
You're saying he couldn't get
the
a
socialists have the helm, and I'm telling you, man, they've got until the election. And if they can't seal us up and seal the deal and do what all they got to do, then they're gonna get ousted. And once they get ousted, there ain't but one thing to happen.
Hey, I gotta tell you
They're
something.
gonna revolt. It's gonna be just like the North and the South before.
Lori, for some reason, I can't pull
Crazy
up the
Civil War
Facebook
shit.
on the computer over there.
Mhm.
And that computer over there does only KC Comedy Radio's thing.
Uh-huh,
So I'm looking at it on my phone.
Uh-huh.
So Lori says, oh, for fuck's sake, I know that rescue. And yeah, all rescues sell their animals with words. Rescue with the words rescue. I worked for them for years. They're great people. Okay. She worked for them for years. They're great people.
Sell their animals with words? You think
Yeah.
maybe her auto correct did that to her?
I don't know.
And she meant to put something else?
I don't know.
Well, Lori, if you did, just text it to us. I see what
I
you're
just
saying.
don't understand
though.
why
Isn't that weird?
it's not showing me the updates. Like I have to actually click on it to see that there's an update.
That sucks, man. I think we should all give Jeff a round of applause for all the work that he's done.
Yeah.
And I'm making a joke, but I'm also being serious because he's done all the hard stuff that I don't know how to fucking do anyway.
Yeah.
To make sure that we have a show that
I do it hard.
not only is it I like the show, it's decent, it's cute, even though we don't have a lot of views, that's fine. But it gets better. as we go, and that's what I like.
It gets
the
better.
Show, yeah, the show forms as we go. So I don't think we're at a finished product yet.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's.
We got a little time.
I think my segments could use a little work.
Here you go.
Like, I don't know, maybe
I'm
should
gonna put
work
that over
on
there
them during the week instead of being a lazy bastard. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying.
I'll let you know when you're allowed to click on it. I'll let you know. Anyway, so yeah, this is ground beef. Ground beef. See, top down. Ground beef. What else could you do with that? You can mix it with some ketchup.
Tacos.
And
make some tacos and some sandwiches.
Well, I'm saying you could take some ketchup and make sandwiches straight up, just ketchup, or spaghetti sauce, and like you said, tacos. Throw you some DeCarlo's taco sauce in there. Make you some tacos.
That taco sauce, I might check that out though.
The taco
probably
sauce
won't have onions in it, and if it does, it'd be like onion powder or something. Probably.
Yeah, onion powder.
Won't be like pieces.
Won't be straight up onion. Yeah. So, what else would you do with the ground beef? Canned ground beef.
Open it up and put it in the dog food bowl.
Eggs?
Oh.
Would you
sorry.
Would you ground beef and eggs? Look at the picture.
That's terrible.
Look at the picture it has.
No, man, you take that.
Look what it is.
It doesn't matter. You
Ground
take
beef dumped on spaghetti.
Yeah.
Why would you just dump ground beef on spaghetti?
They haven't put the sauce on yet, so they want you to see the beef, right?
Where's the beef?
But I
The
mean,
beef is right there.
you could do all kinds of stuff with it, man. You could put it in like whatchamacallit, Rotel, cook it up, throw it in Velveeta cheese, boom.
Boom.
You know?
Make you some of that dip.
Yeah.
Make you some dip.
Dips and stuff.
Speaking of dip, this is sort of along the lines of the Ghetto Chef thing. Did you know? Okay, so you're familiar with Doritos? You eat Doritos?
I do not eat Doritos.
Have you ever eaten Doritos? Are you familiar with the product Doritos?
I'm familiar with the product, and I used to eat the product, but then they put MSG in their product, so now I don't eat them, even though
Those little
they
cars?
now have an optional.
They
thing
put them
with
little cars in there?
Yeah, MSGs.
MSG. MSG? Sub G?
I'm trying to think, what is it?
What's what?
What's the real one? It's not MSG.
It's it. What is it? I'm trying to see the comments, bro. I just want to see the comments,
Triumph,
Holmes.
right? That's what. Was it MIG? MIG? Yeah. Anyways, I know my brain is a little bit.
Anyway, what I was saying is that Doritos, my wife and I were having a discussion about Doritos the other night because I was eating some taco flavored Doritos, and Melissa said, "What kind of Doritos are you eating?" And I said, "I'm eating taco flavored Doritos." And she said, "I've never heard of taco flavored Doritos. Is this something new?" I said, "No, it's not something new. It's been around for a while." And she's like,
Yeah.
I've never heard of taco flavored Doritos. And I said, "Yeah, taco flavored Doritos, it's a thing." Taco flavored Doritos were around before nacho cheese Doritos.
Yes.
So they had
I think I remember.
1967.
I started to say yes, but then I thought
1967
my memory's not so great.
Doritos were introduced just as plain tortilla chips.
Mhm.
1968
He looked this shit up. He cracked me
they
up,
came
dude.
out with the taco flavor one. Not
Okay.
until 1972 did they have a different flavor, and they came out with nacho cheese.
Because I remember we used to put the taco and we used to make a taco salad.
And they retired.
And they didn't get, my stepdad didn't get the nacho, he got the taco. I don't know, that was his thing. I mean, this was in the like 80s and 90s, so this is way after all that. But my point is, I remember they had taco a long time ago.
Well, why is it not doing it?
What happened?
I'm trying to load the comments so I can read them.
Somebody put poop.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
All right, now I can read the comments. Okay.
And now you're getting comments from before that are coming in after poop.
So Doritos, then they stopped doing the taco flavor, In like the
They did?
in like the 90s they stopped doing the taco
That's
flavor.
funny. Once I quit eating it, they couldn't sustain it.
Then they brought the Cool
That's funny.
Ranch,
Yeah.
and then they introduced the
Yes.
spicy one.
Which was one of my personal favorites.
So you got the nacho cheese and the Cool Ranch were like the two most popular ones. Then they came up with that spicy one. They reintroduced the taco one, and people started really liking the taco one. But what they did with the taco one was they did the retro packaging, because all the retro stuff was a big thing, because they were doing retro packaging for everything, or a lot of stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
So then taco flavoring came back out. Anyway, so I mentioned that because, if you're gonna be eating ghetto food, and you mix some of this ground beef with some Velveeta cheese or some whatever the block cheese is. You just call it government cheese, but it's not government cheese, and it's not really Velveeta. It's something else, which is actually really good. And then you mix it in with there, and
the
then
government
you use some Dorito.
cheese did have its.
That government cheese was like really salty, and it had a lot of grease in it.
It did.
You could take a slice
was really
of that.
Something though.
Take a slice of that government cheese, like an inch thick, make a grilled cheese sandwich out of it, and the grilled cheese, it would like grease, all the grease would come out of it, and it'd be like really thin.
Yeah, I was telling my wife I used to take it, slice pieces off of it, throw it in a pie tin, throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
And then I'd put mayonnaise on bread, and then I'd dip it in there like fondue.
You could do the pot pie too. Pot pie.
I don't do pot pies. Now I'm getting hungry. I've had solid foods in like a week, bro.
Pot pie.
Well, that's not true. Every time I've had solid foods,
pot pie.
It's been.
Pot pie.
I know. I've been smoking a lot of that too. It's hard not to eat when you're smoking weed.
So my episode of Taking Out the Trash, because now we're doing Taking Out the Trash.
Are we?
Yeah, because Ghetto Chef is done.
I guess. Yeah. There's no more taco meat. So.
Yeah, Taking Out the Trash. Although, if you want to talk about tacos, there was a guy that bought a breakfast taco at the airport, and he took meth and he just shoved it in the taco and then wrapped it. He went through security.
No.
And they saw there was a bulge where there shouldn't have been a bulge.
No.
They asked him to open it up. He opened it up, and they're like, there's meth in here. And he's like, I've never seen that, but I don't know where that came from.
They must have put that in my taco.
Must have put that in there at the restaurant. Anyway, okay, so my taking out the trash today is, it has to do with the I talked to you on the phone about it a little bit. So I was listening to a radio show this morning. I normally don't listen to the radio shows. I don't listen to stuff. But I was listening to some left-leaning radio show. Apparently.
98.1.
And
they lean way to the left.
Way to the left.
To the point when they put on Ground Zero, it's weird to hear him say what he says and then hear the news breaks, because then you're like,
you said Ground Zero. I'm like, yeah, Ground Zero.
The radio show.
Yeah, Ground Zero.
Clyde Lewis.
Clyde Lewis.
I love that show.
Ground Zero.
Finally, he's starting to ease back up off of that crap that he was talking before.
I was going to look up what the article was. Okay, so the radio hosts were talking about a question that was asked by a lady who had written a letter to some magazine or website or whatever. Okay, so the question the lady asked, she asked it like this. The lady said, my husband won't get the vaccine. I've gotten 2 vaccines and I wear 2 masks everywhere I go. But my husband won't wear a mask and he won't get the vaccine, so my children won't come to visit. And because my children won't come to visit, I can't see my grandchildren. And because he won't get the vaccine, I can't even go visit my grandchildren because, they think that I might get something from my husband and transmit it to them, so I can't even visit them. So in this situation, with my husband not getting the vaccine, what do you think I should do in this situation? Okay, so that was the lady's question. The people who are calling in, instead of actually answering the question at hand,
started giving marriage advice or something?
No, they started getting into politics.
Of course.
So majority of the people who were calling in and were like, he must be stupid because he's listening to Trump by not getting the anyway. So they were doing this whole
I thought
anti-Trump
Trump
thing.
wasn't in office anymore.
Yeah. So they're doing this whole anti-Trump thing. Okay. So that was one thing. They brought up politics. The second thing they brought up was
Idiots.
the science behind vaccines
love
and the
that
virus
saying.
and all this
The
stuff and the
science.
masks and all this stuff.
The
And
science.
how evil and selfish he is because he didn't, get the vaccine
if
and
you
he's
can't-
trying to kill other people or whatever. Okay.
Well, then you don't have to make an argument either when you say the science, because then they don't know who the scientists are,
Well, both of
what
those
the
arguments,
actual documents and journals say.
both of those arguments did
The
not
science.
address the question.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Both,
I know.
both of those things
getting you
did
off
not
topic
address
there.
the question. Because the question was, my husband won't get the vaccine, so I can't see my grandchildren because my children won't visit. In this situation, what should I do? Everyone was talking politics or the vaccine stuff, right? And they were given advice based on politics and the vaccine stuff. Not one person gave correct advice.
Well,
The advice
you're
that I
talking
would
about a
give,
daytime radio show. You know what I mean?
the advice that I would give is
People are too bored at work.
a spouse should be number one. The number one concern should be pleasing God. Number two should be their spouse. Number three should be their kids, and then after that, everyone else.
What? What kind of
So you honor
what kind
God.
of logic is that,
You
Jeff?
honor God first, then you honor your spouse, then you honor your kids,
I'm kidding.
then everyone else.
Totally kidding.
So what they should have been doing is talking about that, honoring her husband in the situation she was in, regardless if she believed him or believed in what he believed in or not.
She should at least respect him enough
She
to let
should
him have his own choice. And what you're
Instead of making it
illustrating-
out to be evil.
Well, what you're illustrating though is, and I hate to say it this way, but it's not even really her fault. What you're illustrating is that she has been brainwashed so much by the television to think that she is saving lives by doing all that she's doing. When the funny part is that we keep doing all these things to satisfy some power that be, for them to say it's okay to go back to these things. Guess what, people? We can go back to these things anytime we want. That's what bothers me the most. We don't have to wear masks in these businesses. You know how I know that? Because I ain't been kicked out of but one. And I wish I could say that was my idea, but it was not. Hefe and I had spoken about it, and he was like, well, I don't have to wear a mask because I have a medical condition. I was like, you know what? If you don't have to wear a mask because of a medical condition, I don't have to wear a mask because of the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
See? People don't get that. And then the mayor comes out and says, oh, we don't have to worry about it, but then the businesses kick you out anyway for even saying that the mayor might have, I don't know, broached the subject of not wearing a mask because after a year and a half, what are you going to do?
My first
You're going
favorite
to keep
bill.
doing the same thing over and over thinking that it's going to work eventually?
My third favorite bill is a
Weirdos.
Cosby. My second favorite bill is an O'Reilly. My first favorite bill is Rights. The Bill of Rights.
I can't stand Bill O'Reilly. I'm sorry.
I don't care either way. But you got to admit his.
I can't. I can't even
his-
watch the guy.
You
man.
ever watch the
All the stuff that he did when
Lionheart
Bush was
film
president.
stuff? You ever watch
Can't get over
Lionheart
it.
films?
Lionheart, yes.
Lionheart films. They have a channel where they talk about
That's
history.
the Christian one, right?
Well, I don't know, but they talk about history, and
Or
he's
ish.
the narrator on a bunch of the different things, and they have like the history of firearms, and they go through the history of different firearms, and there's a whole playlist and nothing but the history of firearms. It's really good, really good stuff. Like lever action, flintlock, the Browning, the Winchester, you know, how firearms were used in the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and World War One, the Korean War, Vietnam War. Anyway, great firearms information. Great.
Cool.
It's pretty good. But
I'll
where
have to
were
keep
we
that
at?
in mind. I don't know.
Oh, taking out the trash.
Oh,
So that was my take on the thing. That what the lady should have done was, regardless of his position on this whole vaccine thing, her position should be to tell her kids, hey, I understand your thought process, but I'm going to go ahead and support my husband with this. And if you don't want to come visit us, that's on you.
Yeah, but see, that's okay. But then Here's my other point. Okay, you're looking at yes, I hear what you're saying, and that's smart, and they could have done that. But what about well, I'm vaccinated. I'll come visit.
Yeah, but here's another thing. Think about it this
Why
way.
don't you go visit your kids, and then you can see your grandkids, and then if daddy don't want to get a vaccination, that's just something he gonna have to sacrifice.
This is the
Grandpa,
best taking out
not
the trash
daddy.
ever.
Sorry.
Thanks,
No.
Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
So, what was I saying? Oh, by the way, I was in Smithville today.
Mm.
I'll be in Smithville tomorrow and Saturday, or tomorrow and Sunday. Anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Think about it this way. In that situation, we're talking about the vaccine, right? And wearing masks and junk like that.
The
right?
idea being that we were going to be taking these vaccines, so we
That's-
don't have to wear the mask anymore.
That's one scenario.
Excuse me.
Imagine this wife in another scenario. Let's take a scenario like she is anti-Second Amendment and her husband is pro-Second Amendment, and he has firearms in the house, and her
Okay.
kids say, I'm not coming to your house if you have firearms in the house because we don't believe in firearms and we don't believe in the Second Amendment.
But
and
how
we're
many
not gonna
people
bring our
that
grandkids
don't
over
believe
there?
in firearms would bring the grandkids over anyway?
No, I actually
They
know
still
for a
do.
fact my mother-in-law, which I think is ironic, that my ex-mother-in-law and my ex-wife were
That's
anti-gun,
interesting.
and they wouldn't let people come in the house, and they wouldn't go to other people's houses if they had guns. Now they own guns. You fast forward 30 years, and now they own guns. 30 years ago, they didn't own guns, and they were telling people, no, we're not going to have guns. Another thing is there are people who smoke who won't bring their kids or grandkids to visit somebody who smokes, and they won't be around them if they smoke, which I guess the secondhand smoke thing is a thing. But my point is that
It's
if
kind of the same thing, though,
it's
right?
a scenario, you've got a scenario where one spouse believes one thing and another spouse believes another thing, and if they're not supporting each other in those scenarios, when other scenarios come up, how will they be able to support each other in those scenarios even if they disagree? They got to be
Interesting.
together on these things even if they disagree on those things.
You think maybe that's what this is all about then?
Yeah, tearing people
Dividing
apart.
the homes?
Here's the thing.
Not just
the-
tearing people apart, but I mean like dividing the home.
There's a political party right now that talks about unity who is completely trying to destroy relationships with between
The ones who are talking unity and want to get rid of the
Yeah.
filibuster because they want to steamroll because they have the numbers.
the people who want to talk about unity. They want to talk about unity, but they also don't want you to they also want to promote having segregated graduations and segregated training. There are school districts that have links for Zoom meetings for parent-teacher conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Click here if you're a person of color. Click here if you're white.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a whites only parent-teacher conference and a people of color.
So when they say unity, they mean division.
So they're trying to divide everybody. Not only are they trying to divide everybody with economics, with the race issue, with
Right.
the COVID issue, they're trying to separate families where husband and wife are separated. They're trying to break up the nuclear family. They're trying to destroy.
I've been doing that shit for years.
They're trying to destroy the nuclear family. So when when situations like that come up, you're gonna have confusion because people don't know how to communicate with each other because they're not on each other's side. My wife and I, we don't agree with everything all the time.
Like when my kids get mad. You're on mommy's side.
But
Duh.
when we disagree, we disagree.
Supposed to be.
Most of the time, we disagree in private. We disagree in
Yeah.
private, and then we agree to disagree. And then when we go out in public, whichever one of us wants to discuss the thing with someone else,
The
they
other
can
one
discuss it, but
supports
the other one supports it. I'll back you with what you're doing. I got your back.
Mhm. I like that.
The worst thing you can do is to badmouth your spouse to someone else, especially family members.
Yeah. That is
It's
like
he's
a-
stupid. Can you believe what he's saying? And this chick, not only is she bad-mouthing her husband to the whole world, to family
on the
members,
radio station.
she's bad-mouth. She wrote an article or whatever it was about it.
Oh, yeah.
So She's bad mouthing people to everyone, in the entire world. She's bad mouthing her husband, basically saying he's evil. I've actually heard people say, I can't believe my husband voted for Donald Trump in the last election. I don't know if our marriage is going to make it. If you feel that way, then he's the lucky one. If you divorce him,
give her half just to get her out of the house.
because the Bible says that
That
if
bitch
you're
is
going to be
wicked.
like denying God like that, you're already spiritually dead. And if you're spiritually dead, he's set free from the marriage anyway, as long as he doesn't commit the divorce. But you
Yeah,
do.
he ain't gonna be seeing you again because you're gonna go down, he's gonna go up. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah, and even if you don't believe in hell, what was that? The pick of destiny.
Yeah, just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean it don't
Satan
exist.
isn't in
Remember
this
that.
guitar pick. Satan's not in a guitar pick or in a song or in. He's in our hearts. He's everywhere.
Yeah, well, if I remember correctly, the Bible said something about Lucifer being the
Head musician.
the god of this world.
He's the yeah.
He runs this place.
Yeah. What was
That's
your taking
sad,
out the
isn't
trash?
Isn't that sad?
Yeah. What's your taking out the trash gonna be?
I had one, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh my gosh, you came in and we were going to do it, and you wrote it down, didn't you?
I probably did, but I don't remember.
Was it somebody standing in line at the pharmacy?
Well, we did the sticker, right? We were talking about that before the show started. So
Did you
was
talk
that
about
it?
the sticker? Yeah, I think you already said something about the sticker. Didn't you? Yeah, we were talking about it before the show.
Before the show, so I didn't know, but I can't remember what I said on the phone because I've been on.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about
meds
no
and I've
phone.
been- dude.
Yeah, you were on the phone with me and you said you were going to talk about something, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to talk about. And I'm
wrote
like,
it down,
no.
And then I didn't bring it with me. Such is life.
So a half hour early. What were you doing that for?
All right, so
You remember?
I'm gonna do taking out the trash on something.
Okay.
Because I mean, maybe I won't do it on that because I don't remember that. But let's see. I don't like it when people call radio shows, and then the radio show host talks to that person, and then at the end says something stupid like, "Remember to social distance and wear your masks." And of course, I'm like, I don't understand this because I want to hear about the fucking Chiefs. I'm not trying to hear about masks. So when I call into the radio show and tell them, hey, Mr. Sports announcer on 810 WHB, the last thing I need to hear from you is telling people medical advice.
You ain't a doctor.
Because if I call your radio show, and this has happened, and say on the air that people shouldn't be wearing masks because it's ridiculous, they will hang up on you.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Because they did it to me. And the worst part is that those same people are giving you medical advice. But when I say don't wear a mask, I'm not a doctor. I shouldn't be saying that. But these idiots are talking on a microphone 4 hours a day. They have no medical degree. And the fact that they're all saying the same thing should worry you people. So my taking out the trash is the radio media
Say it matches.
hanging off of the visual media's teats and sucking on that fear so they can feed it to us. It's ridiculous.
Why are you telling me
That's
to wear a
what I don't
mask?
like.
Why are you telling me to wear a mask when the mask mandate's been lifted in most areas around here?
Oh, don't see, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
The mask mandate, the mayor.
It makes me insane to think about that. And you can look it up online, and it's actually not as easy to find as you might think, or maybe it is now. But a couple days ago, when I got kicked out of the thrift store, it wasn't like a big thing. Wasn't on the front page of the paper or nothing. I'm like, well, I have a question. Shouldn't that be big news?
Yeah, it should be big news.
When the mayor said, oh, you know what? I don't think we should arrest people for weed possession right now because we're in the middle of a pandemic. We got a lot of stuff to worry about. We don't need to be just rousting people up for smoking a joint.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, given the numbers of suicides every day all across this country, Maybe a little weed couldn't hurt.
You should be letting people smoke weed.
But he could only do it for the Kansas City limits, not Jackson County. And he warned that the state troopers would not follow his lead.
Yeah.
And that the sheriffs would not follow his lead. And that in the middle of a pandemic, we got all this crap going on that they literally disagreed with the mayor. Even though it is legal in the state, even though you need to get a medical permission slip, I guess. I know I should say prescription, but technically you shouldn't be prescribing a plant. You should be advising on taking them. And then I want to say one more thing about COVID. And then I'm going to shut up on my taking out the trash. And I've said this 100 times probably on this show. But being as we only have, half a dozen viewers, maybe one or two didn't hear. I don't know. If you take care of yourself, then you won't have to be scared of catching a cold. What has happened is half of the people in this country have diabetes in some fashion.
They're overweight. Like
the CDC's own numbers in the United States was that 175,000 of the 600,000 that died from COVID had comorbidities, and the majority of them were on some type of hospice or on their way out the door care. So they weren't expected to live. So we have changed our entire society because someone intentionally released some type of virus that kills off old and sick people. And somehow, because people aren't taking care of themselves, i.e. diabetics, people with heart problems, heart conditions, these people are getting sick on COVID and passing away. But who's to say it wouldn't have been the same with flu? Right?
Exactly.
Who's to say they would have had an extra month? Yeah. Who knows? Right?
And they lie to you on the news. Hey, an 18-year-old in California got the coronavirus twice, and the second time he died.
What is the
really?
Coronavirus, by the way?
Hold on a second. The second time he died of it, he died the second time he got it. He died the day after he was diagnosed with it. What did he die of? Oh, he was on chemo. Oh, I think he was going to die anyway.
It's not weird, isn't it?
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
So, take your card.
We went too far, way too far.
Okay. Show everybody what your card is. You don't show me. Okay, can they see it?
Wait, no. Whoa. Bam.
Okay. Ready? Okay. Put back in the deck anywhere you want. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle the deck like that.
Yeah, we needed to change the pace. It got too serious, man.
Got too serious.
I don't understand this,
too
though.
much
It
stuff
shouldn't
going
be
on.
like this. I mean, people should
What?
be able to do what they want. If you want to die from COVID, that's your business. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's my responsibility for other people's health. All right, I'm done. Am I? Yeah, I'm done.
You're done.
Okay. Ready to go finish the trick? And then we can get out of here a little bit early?
Yeah.
Maybe everybody can get some tonight. You suck. I quit.
Are you announcing something? Hey, I'm doing a comedy show next weekend. I'm gonna be on the comedy show.
You're gonna be doing comedy jokes
Gallatin
and stuff.
I'm assuming I'm on the show because last I heard I was. And if
Richie,
I'm not,
let us know.
Richie's gonna be doing some show somewhere. Apparently the stream isn't streaming properly. What were you gonna announce, woman?
There's a stray cat outside that is clearly lost from its home.
No, it's not.
Oh, see, that's what we should have done.
What color
Pathetic
is it?
Pet of the week, black one.
And
It's not.
brown. It's got gorgeous colors.
He lives across the street.
Soft and very friendly.
He lives across the
Say
street.
Gorgeous coloring. It's a
Okay, well,
cat.
He's not lost. He was just suckering.
That cat lives across the street.
Mhm. He was trying to walk in front of me, little punk.
You know what they're.
Give me bad luck.
You know what that cat's name is?
No.
Stop tripping me. Ellie, least that's what it thinks its name is, because that's what people say. Hey, stop tripping me, and the cat's like, meow.
So like, I thought my name was Little Shit for.
You
5
thought your name
years.
was Lil Shit?
Little
Is that
Shit.
your rapper name?
I was like, damn, is Dad Big Shit? I don't know.
Your rapper name Lil
My
Shit?
rapper name.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt.
Before we go.
Oh. I hope I didn't pop out the stupid blood clot.
I was gonna look for
Start all
something.
over again. It was worth it though, man. I'm so glad.
I was gonna look for something so people can see it, but I can't remember where it was. I can't remember where it was. But is there? Okay, we need to do this one. This one right here. Hold on. Wait. You gotta pause it for a minute.
Scared.
Yeah, pause it for a minute. No, man, I can't do full screen.
Why?
Because it won't show up right.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Look at the transition. Okay, we're gonna look at this dog
Pretty fucking awesome,
scared by a fart. Here we go. We can't hear it.
It's because we don't have our headphones on.
Does it come through here?
Probably.
Does it come through here? Let's see.
He's running.
Oh, it does. No? Does it?
There it is.
No, I don't hear it. We don't hear it. Why can't we hear it? I wonder why we can't hear it. I don't want to see that. That's the next thing to figure out. How we can watch a YouTube video that we can react to a YouTube video.
Okay.
So if if my wife sends me a YouTube or a TikTok, then we'll be able to to react to a YouTube video or a TikTok.
I like that.
Because I don't know why it's not. You know what I'm talking about? Why it's not.
No. I sure don't.
I'm just wondering why it doesn't give us, like, we can't hear the sound.
I don't know.
On that.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think? What do you think?
Cut it early? I gotta pee anyways, so.
Okay. So.
We get out of here a little bit early. Surprise the old lady. Probably listen.
That's the end of the show. End of the show. You've been listening to Married with Comedy with your host, James R. Freeman. Yeah, they can't see you.
Oh, that figures.
And Jeff Onyx. Next week. We'll see you next week.
Get ready for it.
Hey, my music stopped quick.
Yeah, that's Don't Stop Believing by Journey and the cast of Yeah, there's a few more songs in the same Check it out.
Turn it on?
No, I shut it off.
Oh, you said your music stopped quick.
Yeah, my music stopped.
Of that I'm sure.